Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It's yours truly. Hey, hit the like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure it's checked for all. If you're new, if you already subscribed, then just hit the like button. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about how we, not me, how we're going to make money in 2024. We're going to talk about the Fed printing money again, starting with child tax credits. Okay, there's going to be a lot of that. Well, I'll just say it right now. The Fed is going to print money. Why? Why is the Fed going to print money? Why is the government going to give free money? Because it's going to be an election year. That's why. Gas will come down. Why? Because an election year is already down, right? Job numbers, not actual job, but job numbers will start to look better, especially even if they're temporary, right, jobs. They will get fudged into the full-time jobs, and the economy is going to be looking better. Why? Because it's an election year. Okay, so I just covered that one already. That was easy for those of you. All right. For those of you that's been bearish, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the hot stock pick update. All right. We're going to talk about the Fed cycle versus crypto. We're going to talk about all of that. So let's get right into it. Firstly, this one, if you need a trading platform, this one today is brought to you by Mumu. Go ahead and get your 15 free stock and 5.1% on your uninvested money. You can actually use this as a bank and get 5.1%, which your bank is not even paying you. Not even in your high yield savings. Okay. Right. I'm going to share with you guys the portfolio that I created for you guys. I created this for you guys to share with you, but it is not my full position in any of these stocks. Let's just go right into it. Okay. So as you could see here, these are some of the stock that I bought for a swing play. Now you go, yeah, Larry, these are stock that you should be holding long term. I do. I have a lot more of these stock in my long term portfolio. I have multiple portfolios. I actually have 7. I suggest everybody have about 2 to 3. Okay, I have about 7. So if you already have one, go ahead and download Mumu. Okay, but let's stick to it. All right. So now ARK. As you could see, ARK is up 31%, right? And I started this 3 months ago, all right, with you guys, right in front of you guys. Then we have the S&P 500, which is ticker symbol VOO, up 10%. Google up 15%. Amazon 10. SCHD not too bad, 6%. And then we got Apple and Tesla. These are the type of stocks that are not going to have 30% mood swings in a day anytime soon. Okay, these are long-term dollar cost average. And then you guys that have been following the $5 a day challenge, I showed you that all of those portfolios are absolutely killing it, beating the overall stock market, right? And so that works. Dollar cost averaging into long-term stock work. I'm saying that for those of you that are just in crypto, for those of you that are knee-high to a butterfly, that are young, please don't just swing trade. Don't just day trade, but make sure you, I always say, if you want to create generational wealth, then be willing to invest in a stock and a company, a good stock, a good company. I would suggest a couple of blue chip companies and a couple of ETFs that have a proven track record. Be willing to hold those for at least a generation, and you will truly create generational wealth. Not just hold them, but continually to add to them year in and year out, regardless of what the market is doing. I want to talk about the Fed meeting is this. This was 6 days ago, Cartwell. In addition to the first cut in 2024, right? We are expecting a total of 6 cuts for the year. All right. That will bring the federal funds rate down to currently at 5.25 to 5.5 5 range. Okay, so that's what they're looking for. So they're expecting 6 cuts in 2024 starting in March, right? So now I do believe that the cuts are actually coming earlier. First, they were, third quarter of next year. First, they were none next year. The Fed was talking. I don't even see it. Now we are in what? Q1. We're at the end of Q1 of 2024 for the first cut. I don't believe the first cut will be a big cut. I believe that they're going to have a lot of 25% cuts and 25 basis point cuts just to see how the market reacts, because the Fed does not want the market to just take off automatically and then inflation rises. I want to talk about the S&P 500, and I want to talk about why don't people on these big channels, these big media companies, talk about the stock that are killing it, right? That's why I talk about the stock that are killing it. Yes, we want to be in the S&P. Yes, we want good ETFs, all right? We want good funds, all right? Yes, we want blue chip companies, but we also want to make some of the big gains too. And the younger you are, the more risk you should be taking. If you are 20, you should not be investing like someone that is 65. You could take on more risk. Now, that does not mean take your portfolio and put half of your money or 90% of your money into risky stock. No, but you can play with 10% of your money easily, 15, 20% if you're young. If you are older, then you need to be more cautious, because you are going to need that money sooner. Right. So let's look at this, good people. Let's look at this, right? I have year to date. Look at what I got stacked for you, right? We have the S&P, which is up 20, let's call it 25%, 24.5%. Now, that is good. For those of you that don't know, if it's above 7, we're doing good. If above 5, from 5 to 7 is decent, right? But 7 to 10 is good, right? But where we are year to date, 24.5%. S&P is killing it. But what's outperforming it? Bitcoin, for the skeptics, Bitcoin. Would you rather have 24% year to date, or would you rather have 166% year to date? Give me 166%. So that's why if you're younger, you should take on more risk, right? But look at this. I've been bringing to you guys companies like Mara, CleanSpark. You guys saw that I had the CEOs of these companies on. And those year to date, they're up 600% year to date. All right. But they rarely talk about these on these big news networks, CNBC, Fox Business, Yahoo Finance. They rarely talk about that. They only talk about the stock that costs $500 a share, $1,100, $1,200 a share. And you wonder why. Because it's high risk. I get it. But they still could talk about it a little bit, all right? And just talk about it like I do. Say, hey, if you're older, you shouldn't be piling your money into that high risk stock, because it could go the other way. If you look, you'll see that whole chart, this whole chart, with the exception of Disney, which is the second link below. That's a little swing trade, 7%, right? But look at Mara, good people. This is why you know what? Let me play this, because this is all going to make sense. A lot of people was asking, hey, Larry, if you think it's going to come down, right? You guys remember, if you think it's going to come down, Mara, Riot, CleanSpark, all of these companies, then why would you get into it? You guys asked me that. A few of you guys asked me that last month. Well, this is on Josh's social media, and I want you guys to see this, and I'm going to explain.
Big question is, what is going to happen with Bitcoin and the miners between now and the end of the year? And the biggest question I get, Larry, and I'm actually going to throw it at you first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Josh, but this whole BlackRock ETF and ARK ETF on Bitcoin, isn't that going to utterly change the Bitcoin cycle narrative?
My strategy, and that is I can't really lose, right? I was DCAing in one portfolio. I'm buying just small amounts, $25 a day. But when it cools off, and I believe it will, I don't believe it's going to be a hard drop. I believe it's going to be a slow bleed. When that does happen, I'm going to double up on my DCA. Now, I do that with one portfolio. I'm taking that approach specifically because what if it doesn't pull back as far as I think, and you think it's going to pull back? So I'm doing that for security. I'm doing that for, I don't want to miss, because it's hard to chase.
So look at this, good people. You got Mara up 67%, right? Now, look at that. ARK, I'm killing it at 31%. VOO, look at that, 10%. But now we have a small cap stock up 67%, go down. Cypher, I just added that, a few days ago. I'm up 30%, 32%. CleanSpark, 48%. HUT, 23%. Remember, this is $25 a day. BTBT, 15%. Riot, 28%. Bitfarms, 16%. And MicroStrategy, 5%. MicroStrategy is the biggest holder of Bitcoin here in the States, okay? So I did that, right? I did that, and that was cool. But look at this, good people. So if you look to the right, that's the profit and loss. Remember, I stuck to the plan. I only bought one share of each, right? And because I was waiting to see, was it going to pull back? But it didn't pull back. It just kept running. Do I still expect a pullback? Yes. When? I have no idea. Bitcoin keeps running up, coming down, running up, coming down, and we have to change. We have to be ready to pivot just like the Fed. So look, I bought one of these last month. When I started this, I shared it with you guys publicly when I was going to start, before I started, so you guys can participate with the Mumu app. And now look, HUT is up 23%, right? Marathon is up 128%. Riot is up 64%, and CleanSpark, especially since the day after I had the CEO on my company, on my show, should I say, is up 177%. And then we got Bit Digital is up 58, almost 59%. So either way it goes, we make money. Now, I told you guys the day that I did this, I bought all of these in my bigger portfolio, and I'm not showing that. Yes, I'm making an absolute killing there in that, but I did this so someone that is new can participate. I don't want to just concentrate on the big money makers. I'm trying to bring the entire family along. So that's why I just keep it simple and, kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid. All right. And so yesterday there was a lot of news about Mara and them buying new equipment. But guess what, good people? You guys knew that because I interviewed it. We got it straight from the horse's mouth.
But we had the benefit of being able to raise a lot of money, invest it very wisely, buying state-of-the-art machines.
So I had him on the show, and he told you exactly. I want you guys to watch that interview again. And so when he said that, what did I do? What did you do? We bought more. When I had the CEO of CleanSpark on, what did you do? What did I do? We bought more. And that's why we continue to make money. Continue to make money. Look, this is the comment of the day. I absolutely love this comment. Look at this. Just sold half of my Cypher warrants for 135%. Letting the other half ride. I love this. I invested in Cypher, Mara, Riot, And for his 2-year-old son, what? In a Roth IRA that he created. Look at that. Look at that. He started with $800 and now already up to $1,500. Okay? 8 and 8 is 16, good people. And what? He's putting it in a Roth IRA, which means that if he keeps it in there long enough, he won't have to pay taxes. I absolutely love that, good people. And these are the principles that is going to continue to help us make what? Good money. I'm sorry that this one is so long, but it was so many things I wanted to talk about. So this is how I plan on making money into 2024. I expect that there may be a pullback in January, but we're locked and loaded. Look at the gains we have. What do we have set? Stop losses, right? And on some of them, we have what? Trailing stop losses. You saw me with the warrants, the cipher warrants. What happened? When it ran up, I sold. I took profits. Never apologize for taking profits. Never, ever apologize for taking profits. The Fed will print money again in 2024. There's going to be some numbers that's going to be fudged. It looks like the economy is doing better than it is. And the market will react, what? I believe strongly. I believe that 2024 will be a good year. All right. That's what I believe. If you've been bearish for the entire year of 2023, you've lost and left a lot of money on the table. Now, the Fed rate cuts is going to correlate with the halving. Now it looks like most people think that he will start cutting when? In March. And then what happens right after that? The halving with crypto. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about crypto, I'm telling you right now, go ahead, download this class, Stock Up You, and not just crypto. If you want to learn how I'm making money and you really want to make money in the market and in crypto, then come and let us all teach you. You're going to learn all of this, options, charting, the stock market, and I'm going to be adding a crypto chapter. I'm also have already showed you how to make money with warrants. I uploaded it for those of you that have the class. It's there. And you guys are already leaving me messages that you're making money. Somebody made $6,400 over the last week, right? With warrants. Okay. So look, that's all I want to tell you on this one. Make sure you download the class because it's going up $100. I'm just telling you guys, it's going up the day after Christmas. Listen, invest in yourself and quit and don't come back and go, hey, can you? Nope. Invest in yourself first. Learning how to do this will 10x the amount of money that you're spending, right? So repurpose, invest in yourself and make money, what, from here on out? Just like this gentleman. He or she, I'm sorry, I didn't look. He or she is already on the next generation. I absolutely love that. And that's what we all could take a note from. All right. All right. I know this one was like a machine gun, sporadic, but I just had so much I wanted to cover because I may not make a video tomorrow, but I will be back with you guys on Friday because what? I'm working on adding more content to the class. I'll talk to you guys later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.